Before I would like to start, I would like to dedicate this speech to my grandpa. He just passed recently. Rest in peace, Grandpa. So I got a quick question for you guys in the audience. How many of you guys know what a firefighter does on a day-to-day basis? Anyone? No? I was asked this question multiple times on my SLE experience. What do you guys do? Just sit around, wait for a call? What do you guys do? Just play Xbox, watch movies, TV? We do none of that. There's some days where we just chillax and we play some Xbox once in a while, but we're too busy either going on calls, working out, getting ourselves stronger and more healthy for when we are on calls and on a scene, or we're doing training or helping the local community. While I was there, I trained every single day with either my cousin Wes, Pee-wee, Colton, Connor, the chief, or Lieutenant Garza. I did a variety of different things, from learning how to draw up painkillers into a syringe, epinephrine, how to use an EpiPen. Even though we don't use it, they still taught me how to do it. I also learned how to spike an IV bag. I learned all this stuff on my experience. I learned how to do figure 8 knots, figure 8 follow-through knots, half hitch, when to use them, when not to use them, this type of stuff. And then every single day, we worked out twice a day, once in the morning and then once at night. And let me tell you, I've never trained as hard as they do in my whole life. Half the workouts, and my cousin Wes even, he caught me a few times. I tried to cheat it a few times. Those workouts drain you so much. It makes you want to throw up and just die. No joke, we do stairs, we do tire flips, and tire flips kill you. We tire flip a 300-pound tractor tire, and that is hard when you have to do it 15 times. Then we do tire drags, and Pee-wee's a little guy, but when he's on top of that tire, he feels like an elephant. No joke. And then, when we're not working out, we're helping each other and the community. One day, we went down to the local library. They wanted us to get the flag on their flagpole. And of course, me being the probie, I had to go up on that flagpole. And let me tell you, that was really sketchy. I got up on the ladder, it was wiggling a lot, and we had to move it a few times. It was in an awkward position. There was bushes in the whole area. We had this 12-foot ladder, and we were going up, and I had to be able to trust my guys who were holding me. That's the biggest thing that I took away from my firefighting experience. And it's not about you. It's about the guy next to you. It doesn't matter. If there's a patient hurt and then a firefighter goes down, our attention turns to that firefighter. I've also learned that it's a teamwork. Teamwork is the most important thing. You're only as strong as your team. And I learned how to do that the hard way. We did buddy push-ups. And I couldn't pull my weight. My cousin Wes, he's not the biggest dude in the world, but let me tell you, he has more endurance than I do. He sure does have a lot more strength than I do. I couldn't handle Wes, a 200-pound dude. Jimmy, I don't know how much this guy weighs, but he's huge. He's like The Rock, but bigger. And they all had their feet on my shoulders, and I had to push up at the same time they did. And my cousin Wes told me, since I dropped first, that in the academy, if I were to do that, we would all have to do push-ups again until we all did it at the same time. And Wes did it. He tricked me a few times. We would go down, and then but all of us would come back up at the same time. And Wes was seeing if I was paying attention. And we would go down, and I was waiting for him to go up, and I would be up, and he didn't even say up. So that was on me. So you have to be with your team, and you got to focus with your team. Because on a scene, that's all you have. You have nobody else. You got yourself and your boys. While I was there too, I got to meet a lot of new people that changed my life a lot. I met Colton. He's one of the guys who I mainly connected with because he was there every single day, mainly. And he taught me his experiences through life and through firefighting. And he told me he would not want any other job besides firefighting. He's been to Colorado Rescue Fire, and then he's been in Kiowa. And then my cousin Wes, he's taught me a lot, not just about firefighting, but just life in general and how to grow up, how to be responsible, how to make the right decision, how to know what's right from wrong, how to communicate with my mom, not try to get in trouble and get lectures a lot, which, let me say, that has not worked. Then I got to meet Pee-wee. Pee-wee just taught me how to have fun in life. Like, he just took everything and just made it into a joke. He was the goofball of the whole entire bunch. And then I met a really beautiful girl named Isabel, and she's changed my whole life perspective too. I didn't meet her through the fire station, but I met her out in Kiowa while I was on the fire, doing my fire thing. And she just kind of taught me not to kind of stress about stuff, the little things, and just kind of take a breath and look at everything else and how to be more compassionate towards others and everything. Our training, we did training almost every single day, and it was pretty fun. The funnest thing I think we did was they hooked me up to a breathing restrictor. I had a full suit on, and they put on a breathing restrictor to help me control my breathing. And then I had to pull a 200-pound dummy that I named Timmy, because this guy, God, he doesn't look like he weighs a lot. He just looks like a simple mannequin. But when you're pulling him with a 75-pound pack on, it's no joke. Then the breathing restrictor didn't even help me either. I was panting and dying, just dying in that suit, sweating. And Colton told me something. He goes, I can use a 30-minute pack, a little bottle, CBA pack, and he can make that last for 2 hours and watch a movie. That shocked me, because if I had a 30-minute bottle on me, that would be gone in 5 minutes. That's how hard I was breathing. Then we got to go up to our annex, that's our training facility, and they taught me how to enact when there's a fire situation on a car. And what you do when we go to a scene on a fire is you spray the bottom first, because if there's something leaking, everything's pretty much flammable. So when you spray it with that fan motion, it gets those liquids out of the bottom of the car, so if a spark lights, it doesn't blow you up. Then I also learned that those are the most dangerous situations you can be in, is like the car fires, because they have like these little rods. Pee-wee and Colton were telling me about them, that if they heat up, they can shoot out like a projectile. And they were telling me how they saw a picture of one of them right through somebody's leg. And that kind of scared me, because being the new guy, you don't want something going through your leg. It was scary enough having Wes, Colton, and Pee-wee all going through initiation. So I learned that. And then I also got to go on to one fire, and that was pretty cool. That's a cool scene. But it's kind of scary at the same time, because your heart's racing and everything like that. Smoke's going everywhere, and the freaking radio, the dispatch, just sounds like it's a war zone. So that was a cool experience. And then, needless to say, from this experience, I've gotten people that I can trust. Like my cousin Wes, me and him became really closer. I can call him and talk to him whenever I need to. Colton, I can talk to him whenever I need to. Even though they messed with me a lot, and I mean a lot. I couldn't even take a shower without being paranoid. They shut off the hot water, and let me say, taking a cold shower sucks. And then, on top of that, being sprayed with the fire extinguishers from the brush trucks. No. You don't want that. So, other than that, I was taught rule number 14 is you shouldn't fear that they're messing with you and joking around. You should fear when they're not saying anything at all, because that means they don't like you. So I had a pretty good experience, and I learned a lot about myself and how I can work on myself. I need to work on more endurance and not a lot of strength, because I thought it was all about strength. I would go to the gym, just do strength. I need to get on the treadmill more, which sucks, but gotta do it. And I gotta train more on my body weight stuff. So I'm ready for that, for the academy this summer. And then I got to work on my core too, because Wes thinks I have a weak core. But we had little competitions, and I almost beat Wes sometimes. He would do little things that surprised me every once in a while. Kind of freaked me out how strong that guy is. But other than that, I learned to always be compassionate towards others and always help somebody who's in need. That's what I learned. Thank you.